The Jehovah's Witnesses were planted on this earth to whitewash the original alien god Jehovah. He was a god of war as detailed in the Old Testament, yet even that has been edited to downplay his violent behavior. This is why that fake corporation masquerading as a religion has continued through these many years, when they should have been extinct. Notice the global lockdown of 2020. It was like the entire world was gripped by the war god Jehovah. Why? Because everything was stopped. No holidays took place. Even St. Patrick's Day was shut down and banned in March 2020. No holidays were celebrated publicly. Jehovah's Witnesses were rejoicing through the lockdown. They thought it was the Great Tribulation. Their war god Jehovah shut down everything. Their salvation was near. But the nations fought back against that false god, and we are trying to regain normalcy. But the god Jehovah keeps throwing more diseases at this earth, hoping for more injections, more lockdowns, as he feeds on fear. Jehovah wanted his day, his time period, of what his rulership would be like. Everyone shut indoors. No movie theaters were open, no shopping malls, limited grocery stores. You had to sit home and watch your computer or television screens nonstop, hoping for salvation from the lockdown. Jehovah is the alien. Jehovah is creating UFO and UAPs because he is the off-world entity that wants control of the earth. Sad to say it, but Jehovah's Witnesses are deluded. They believe they will never die, but live into a new system. There is no new system. Tell that to a Jehovah's Witness and watch their brain waves crumble into dust, and they will run and hide to flee from the real truth. When you begin to look back, you realize the early Christian, from the time of Jesus to the time of Constantine in 310 AD, they were preaching that they did not worship Jehovah. They worshipped the one true God. It could be argued that the early Christians were actually Gnostic followers of Jesus instead of what we, today, call Christians. The entire New Testament was completely rewritten by Constantine, and all of the information on the archons was removed, and the ideas of Jehovah being a cruel god were lessened. This is a fact. The Nag Hammadi texts are older than the New Testament by 400 years. The New Testament that we have today wasn't concocted until about 350 AD. When you go back to the Nag Hammadi, it doesn't have the sin factor. They say what they really think. The defining myth of Western mythology is that Jehovah told Adam and Eve that they could not eat of the tree of knowledge. Not only that, but if they did eat of it, they would surely die. Yet they both ate of it and didn't die, so this God Jehovah wasn't even telling them the truth. Adam and Eve lived many years and had children, populated the earth. If they actually did sin, they would have been struck down immediately and not allowed to procreate. So you see, Jehovah is the father of the lie. Gnostic texts clearly state that Jehovah is the Lord Archon, a reptilian type of alien predator who dominates the hive mentality of the embryonic or gray aliens. Jehovah, whom the Gnostics called Yaldabaoth, is truly an extraterrestrial being whose realm is the planetary system independent of the Earth, Sun, and Moon. He is not an advanced being, that is, more evolved than humans, but a demented alien with certain superhuman or deific powers. Gnostics taught that Jehovah infects humanity with the belief that he is their creator God, but in fact he cannot create anything. Jehovah, or Yaldabaoth, is the commander of the Archon species. Archons can only duplicate reality, not create it. That's why the proliferation of television and movies. It's a fantasy world. It diverts us from the reality of our day-to-day lives. That is Jehovah, or Yaldabaoth, the commander of the Archon species, duplicating reality. He cannot create any new system of things. He is not a creator god. He is an alien UAP attempting to dominate this planet. Go ahead, Jehovah's Witnesses, with your little videos from jw.org. You are useless drones, NPCs on this planet, non-player characters. You fill a space, you hold out your hand for donations to your religion that does nothing. Now your Lord Archon Jehovah wants you to store your own blood for medical purposes. Why is that exactly? What will you be doing with all your stored blood? Ask yourself why you are being told to do this now at this time. The alien invasion is coming. They need something to create humans to inhabit their bodies? I guess we have to wait and watch what happens as Lord Archon Jehovah has his minions of drone followers at his beck and call ready to take the jab, or sit home and hide, or feed off fake news that duplicates reality.
For more videos, don't forget to subscribe to this channel.